Welcome to the Global Warwatch Network. Tonight, we're analyzing the financial crater left by Operation Epic Fury, the U.S. military conflict with Iran. The Pentagon publicly claims the war has cost taxpayers $25 billion so far, but internal defense assessments and independent economic models reveal a starkly different reality. The ultimate financial burden of this conflict is rapidly eclipsing initial combat estimates, sending shockwaves through the global economy and future federal budgets. Let's look at this chart breaking down the direct outlays. Defense officials cite a $25 billion base, but internal audits project the true direct combat costs have already hit $50 billion. That extra $25 billion accounts for unbudgeted combat attrition. The military has lost 3 F-15 fighter jets and over 20 dozen MQ-9 Reaper drones, which cost upwards of $30 million apiece. It also accounts for physical destruction. During the opening phase of the conflict, retaliatory strikes severely damaged at least 9 U.S. military bases across the Middle East. Rebuilding those radar installations and housing facilities is excluded from the official tally, leaving the public with a severely incomplete picture of the battlefield damage. Beyond destroyed bases, the U.S. is bleeding capital through a concept known as asymmetric attrition. This scale illustrates the math problem. To shoot down incoming Iranian drones that cost roughly $30,000 to manufacture, U.S. forces are firing Patriot interceptor missiles that cost $4 million each. On the offensive side, the opening hours of the campaign relied heavily on Tomahawk cruise missiles, draining $3.5 million from the Treasury with every single launch. Trading million-dollar weapons for $1,000 targets rapidly depletes both American stockpiles and the defense budget meant to sustain them. When you zoom out from the immediate battlefield, the financial reality worsens. Harvard economists project the final cost of this conflict will reach $1 trillion. This chart breaks down the trillion-dollar projection. It includes replacing depleted high-end munitions, plus massive interest payments to deficit finance the war. It also factors in human liabilities. The VA will process medical and disability claims for 56,000 deployed troops for decades to come. The direct combat outlays we see today represent a fraction of the war's true financial legacy. This counter tracks unbudgeted military spending, feeding into a national debt crossing $39 trillion. Deficit financing the $200 billion supplemental package creates severe inflationary pressure, forcing markets to price in 0 Federal Reserve rate cuts. This economic ripple effect hits domestic consumers directly. Surging energy prices and disrupted supply chains equate to an estimated $5,000 hit for the average American household. The fighting happens overseas, but the immediate economic shock is absorbed by taxpayers at the grocery store and the gas pump. The United States is facing a state of strategic insolvency, a condition where the compounding costs of a single regional conflict overstretch the nation's budget and deplete its global deterrence. The tactical victories of Operation Epic Fury are being purchased with a level of debt that will permanently burden future generations. Subscribe to the Global Warwatch Network for more data-driven briefings, and check the description below for our full source list.